Hey everyone, it's Sadia. Thanks for joining me tonight. Thought I had blackberry hands. Feeding the kids blackberry snacks. It's good for them. So, hi, and I'm probably on here because I took a look at my memoir, and not a lot of it, just a little tiny bit. I would like to read it because well, I'll tell you, I'm just not that person anymore. I feel like I said what I wanted to say. I put it out there in the world. I think I was um, feeling just desperate to be understood, and I was feeling desperate for, I guess, like validation. And I think I felt that way just because growing up, I didn't have that validation. Didn't really have friends that I could talk to about the stuff I was going through. And I didn't have anyone. So I just wanted to be heard. Mm, Thank you for joining. I will respond to comments later, but not right now. I'm just going to take my time and do this live, but please hashtag replay if you're catching the replay, or let me know in the comments if you're catching it live. And where are you watching from? Because maybe you're close and maybe you're not close. It would be nice to know where y'all are watching from. So, my memoir, Saving Sadia, it is available on Amazon, but I do have signed paperbacks. So just keep that in mind. You can always contact me through my website, sadiadow.com. It is in the comments, to get a signed copy, or you can claim it now in the comments. It's no big deal. And but if you want to check it out on Amazon, it is there, along with all of my other books. So really, my memoir was me wanting to be heard, me wanting to speak up for a change, and sort of like get the main point of my story across, that there's like a lot more to people and their story than we think. And especially, I have so many people reach out to me that are like, oh gosh, like growing up I never knew this. And it's like, yeah, you never knew because it's just not something that we talk about. I really had felt that my situation was dire. Like, I felt like I was going to die many times, be killed, watch my mom be killed, just massive suffering. um and I remember, so I'll tell you this one little piece, especially if you haven't read the memoir, maybe you will understand a little bit better. Is that I remember being forced to sit in this chair and listen to just horrific things happening in the other room between my parents, and the only thing that I could do was just look out the windows. And I remember seeing birds flying through the trees, landing in the trees, um, when it was decent weather, and just thinking to myself, God, and praying, of course, like, if you just set me free or guide me to what I have to do to be free, I'll be like these birds. I won't bother nobody. Like, I'll be good. Like, really, I was begging. I was saying, I was trying to make deals, like, I'll be good and I'll do good things in the world, and I just want to be free like these birds. And ever since then, I'm sorry if I choke up, but ever since then, I've just felt this connection with birds that is like, just reminds me in my heart that once upon a time, I was not free. I was not only not free, but I was terrified. And unfortunately, I was proved right a lot of times when I was terrified of what might happen. Unfortunately, bad things did happen, really bad things. I'm going to take a little break, just have some coffee. Anyway, I'm not going to recap that story, but my point is I realized that, holy crap, I did it. I did it. With, obviously the help of fate, and just the way that the universe works, and a whole lot of bravery, you guys. I can't even describe to you the amount of bravery. And I know a lot of you tuning in will understand because you've been in abusive relationships, you grew up in abusive households, or you're a childhood victim of abuse, survivor, sexual assault, or physical or verbal or mental or emotional. All of it is terrible. And if you got yourself out of it, or you saved somebody else, or both, the amount of bravery that takes is just, it's immense. So I want to remind you, just like I've had to remind myself lately, and many, many times throughout my whole entire life, is I already did the hardest thing in the world. I already did it. And I was pretty young when I did it. And you probably have already gone through the hardest thing in the world too. And maybe it's not even the same thing, but it was still the hardest thing in the world. And, I wish I could say that there was a day that goes by that I'm free of the repercussions, I want to say, or lasting effects of abuse, but it just wouldn't be true. So that is there, but at the same time, I'm able to celebrate now the things that I just never really thought of, because it was just seems so, I don't know, small. I seemed small. I felt small. It wasn't about what happened or what I did, but I have just been degraded, humiliated, and put down so many times that there was no self-love there. There was no self-appreciation for years. I'm talking a lot of years. I only just, when I was 30, I would say, started choosing myself and telling myself that I was good enough, telling myself that I was good, forgiving myself for a lot of the horrible things I've done too, because don't get me wrong, I've done horrible things. I hate to think about that, the person that I was when I was trying to overcome was not a good person. But it's okay, because now I am a really good person. And, I know that. I've fought so hard my inner demons and quarrels to be, the best mom that I can be, the best partner I can be, the best friend I can be, and to give back. Whereas before I was a taker, and now I'm a giver. And, I hold myself accountable for all of it. Just like I say, there's not a day that goes by that I don't live with the repercussions of abuse. There's also not a day that goes by that I don't live with, carrying a bit of guilt and a bit of shame for the person who I was. But now things are different. Now I'm out here giving and really trying to lift people up to just a different level. Because one thing really amazing that's come out of all of this is that I learned that, very simply, I've already done the hardest thing in life. I don't have to be afraid of succeeding or excelling, or in any area of life. As a mother, which was something I was horribly afraid of, by the way. I started my family I wouldn't say very late, but later than my friends and everything. I'm gonna take a little coffee break again. I kind of lost my train of thought. So I'm not afraid to succeed. I'm not afraid to grow. I'm not afraid to take responsibility and say, I could have done a lot of things better in my life. I really could have. And that's not anybody's fault but mine. Like, no, that doesn't matter. Like, nothing that happened to me is an excuse for anything that I've ever done that wasn't 100. So that's on me. But I feel like now, I have people getting a hold of me and telling me their stories, and I have them just sharing with me their growth. I have people like coming into business with me, very excited to work with me. And it's all because, they are calling me inspiring. They are saying, like, wow, your story is crazy and I can't believe you are where you are. Neither can I, okay? Neither can I. Neither can I. But the journey has been incredible.
Yeah.
What's up? But okay. Can you go back to your room, please? Quiet time.
No.
Yes?
No.
What is wrong? Oh, she wants her dinosaurs. I wonder if I can pause this for 1 second. I don't think I can. Okay, well, I'm going to wrap it up anyway. It's been 12 minutes. So, at any rate, beyond the memoir, I'm writing another one because the story past the memoir is so much bigger and so much brighter and just so much more. Like, I'm so much more than that childhood story. I'm so much more than, when I was in that company I mentioned in my book. Like, I'm more than that. My family is more than that now, more than our traumas and more than everything that we've been through that initiated the inspiration to be self-sufficient. And I just can't wait to update you guys about how life has really been, and all the things that I've done and all the things that we've done as a family that has just like brought us so close together. And it's blossoming. Everything is blossoming. Like, the heart of all of it is really like being that giver, like lifting up other people and their businesses and encouraging them and reminding them that, hey, when we're in our head and we're like, oh my gosh, I can't do this because this will be embarrassing or this will be humiliating or I won't know all the answers, or like all this negative self-talk that we tell ourselves to talk ourselves out of being great. Like, I'm here to remind you, you're already great because you already did something way harder than succeed. Way harder than time freedom, way harder than any of that. So that is how you can make your traumas light your path. turn them into something good. No, trauma is never good. But instead of your trauma being the weight that holds you back, make your trauma be the weight that pushes you forward, right? That's what it's all about, okay? So, thank you all for watching. Like I said, I will reply to the comments as soon as I can. Please message me if you have any questions or anything. Do know that something that's coming next is going to be a second book to the memoir, and which I never thought I would do, but here I was looking through my memoir and I was like, oof, I am just not that woman anymore. So I have to follow up with that. There's going to be book signings coming up, local book signings. There's going to be Beyond the Memoir talks. There's going to be another When the Birds Crow book to the series that will complete the series. It'll be 3 books and done. So if you're interested in fiction that is like domestic suspense, then take a look at that. So I am always just wanting to, shed light on trauma and shed light on mental health and let y'all know you're not alone anymore. Maybe at one point you were alone, but you're not alone anymore because I'm here and you can confide in me and you can talk to me and you can know that I'll meet you where you're at because that's who I am. And beyond that, what else was I going to say? Oh, I want everybody to take that next step and pamper themselves. Like, I have used crap products my whole entire life. I've put crap on my skin, in my hair, in my body, eating crap, and just crap, you guys. And the reason is because I didn't care about myself at all. And sad to say, really what changed that, I don't know if it's sad or not, but it was really having my daughter. Being pregnant with my daughter for one, and then having her. I really changed my thinking because all of a sudden, if things weren't good enough for my daughter, they weren't good enough for me either. So I'm talking food, skincare, hair care, like, just what is entering my body, what am I eating, all that stuff. It became very important because it was important for me to make sure she had the best. So that means during pregnancy, me and her, and then postnatal, of course. And now my son and my husband, who had been sick, which you would know about if you read the memoir or know me, is that my husband was very sick too. So that it was something important for all of us. So don't wait. Don't hesitate. Know yourself. So sorry. Know your self-worth and take good care of yourself today. Yes, monkey, I'm coming. Bye.